Hey, how's it going, man? Welcome to this channel, and please subscribe, like, comment. I kind of need your help to get a little bit bigger if I want to kind of do this more. Anyway, I'm in my car, I'm stuck in traffic, so I'm just gonna solve some of your concerns. If I were an insider, a crypto insider, I would have known this. Well, to tell you the truth, the answer is absolutely no. Nobody knows, man. Like, I know people that invested into FTX. Major investors had absolutely no idea that they're gonna belly up like this. It's faster than they could react to it, and basically the millions that they have invested into it. I personally know a couple guys that have invested millions in the FTX token, FTT token, and they've lost it all. I don't know if they sold it beforehand but I gave them the heads up. I said the news are coming, so what are you gonna be doing? And I don't know if they did anything with it. So at that time, I'm not a trader for them, so I would have traded for him to have some kind of what is called I would call it insurance. You know what I'm saying? So I would make an insurance trade, which is basically like do a 12x, 13x, or 17x FTT short. I mean, if you have that much money in, you have to do it. Insurance trade, right? And that's what I call it, what I'm saying? So it's no rocket science, but I had only $1,000 worth of FTT token, so I wouldn't have known. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, those guys, at that time I didn't get instructions from them, and didn't ask me to make the trade. I would have made the trade for them, so but I think it's also about insiders. They lose even more than, quite honestly, than we do, because they're just way too overconfident about their skills and who they know. And at the end of the day, you can't really trust anybody. You gotta have good instincts. You can't be so brainwashed by that. I know everybody in crypto these are all insider stuff. I mean, I know people that are insiders. They get it wrong all the time, You gotta be rational, man. You gotta be rational. And this is a very cannibalistic, society, so I think the only thing you could do is really be realistic of what you're really doing. So nobody could be there excuse me, nobody could be there forever, and you gotta look out for yourself, man. I really don't like those guys. They said, oh, if my investors invest in me and I lose the money, I cannot afford that. I cannot, well, bottom line is that if you're doing a business, you cannot guarantee people are going to make money from it, That's just a fact. You got to tell people the risk. That's, hey, if you invest in me, you might make a lot of money. You might make no money at all, or even lose money. If your friends are only willing to pay you if they're gonna make money, 100% guarantee, drop them, and there's no such thing. So I think that's kind of silly. That's kind of stupid. Well, now, I mean seriously, now I know it much better than anybody else. I mean, my connections, quite honestly, has really expanded for the past 2 years, and I saw a lot more people, had conversations with them, and you know, and even worked with some of them very closely. And the truth is that a lot of people get overconfident with their success. A lot of people have been very successful for the past 2-3 years. They have turned from okay money, like they have some money, they wouldn't die tomorrow if they stop working, to, like, you know, a multi-millionaire, and just within a very short period of time. And I think it's because of, you know, a couple of coins, a couple of acquisitions they've done, made them a lot richer. I think a lot of people still cannot believe that Bitcoin is under $30,000. They think 30,000 is the maximum it will go down. It is a huge resistance, and guess what? The resistance was broken, and FTX is, you know, it's you know, valued up. It's not expected. I mean, if you tell me if FTX is going to go out of business like 3 weeks ago, I would be like, huh, you must be kidding me. But it's just a very small amount of people kind of knew that what was kind of going on. And I think, you know what, ZZ kind of have some idea that the market has been manipulated by SBFs and Bankman-Fried, and he wanted to do something about it. And I think it's kind of personal that he wanted to bring him down, because it was personal. It wasn't like how we could support this market transition. It wasn't this type of thing. It was just like, bam, I'm just gonna dump like $580 million worth of your FTT token. That just totally crushed the market. I mean, you really are not supposed to dump more than 2% of your circulation, you know, at a time. It's just gonna completely totally crush the market. So, like, I mean, so he crushed it for sure. I mean, he crushed that $1,000 on mine, and a lot of people's savings, quite honestly. But, you know, that's another story. I mean, right now, what we need to focus on is that just because you're an insider, just because you know somebody in the business who got millions on, you know, or hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins, doesn't mean you're going to get it right. You can get it extremely wrong, and it is becoming a, you know, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, man, kind of thing. And you just swing at it, and you just hope like you're not going to miss. I mean, that's all you could do. So, you know, that's what I would say. And you know, you just cannot be 100%. Just can't be 100% that you know for certain you're gonna win in this market. And I think most of the projects, most of the Web3 projects, if they're not going to get any more new fundings, I think it's game over, you know. I think I said it in another video that if somebody's going to do, I mean, unless you're going to have really, really, really good technology and really good gameplay, and you think like one of those large companies are going to buy you out, otherwise, I don't really see any reasons why a lot of these Web3 companies are going to still exist, because it's when you come to think about it, Web 2 is dominated totally by Oracle, Cisco networks, Huawei now, and the internet provider, the ISPs, and if you think like it's gonna be some small company run by 12 people from a garage, that's gonna be building the Web3 decentralization, and with like we have terabytes of per second in connectivity, it's just like it's not possible, in short, because we don't have that type of connectivity, we don't have that type of hardware yet. And even if it is, let's say we bypass off Amazon, Oracle, and whatever ISP you're using, the IPF, all these storages. I think if you're going to bypass all of it, then other prices is just going to be driven up because less people are using it. So the profit margin for other things would be much higher. So at the end, it might just not solve any problems at the end. And I think like a lot of the data privacy things, like the European Privacy Acts, are there, and it's not like you could do a whole lot of things, to change it. The data privacy in Europe, it's already set in place, so you can bypass it, I guess. But what's going to happen, after that? So for me, Web3 is coming, but it's definitely not going to be what some people think, that there's going to be a garage set up by a bunch of teenagers, and you're going to buy the token and they're going to go 1,000x or 10,000x. I mean, it is possible, but it's just the probability is way less. I'm rather interested in investing into let's say real, like for example, Disney IPs, like their Marvel Comics. Hey, if I'm going to be in the metaverse, I'm going to be like, want to be an Iron Man or a Spider-Man. Why do I want to be, I don't know, just a blocks people, pixelated people. The probability of that is kind of low, and I think you are only attracted to those type of IPs, like the very low resolution and not good looking ones, is because there's monetary incentive behind it. If there is no monetary incentive behind it, I think you're out of it, tomorrow. So just like, I just want to kind of get those things out of the way, I think, but I think some of you guys might think, is it the end for crypto? I don't think so. I mean, quite honestly, that crypto is still moving. Actually, we are at a point where the market kind of want to push it down, and it's not going down any further. People are taking that, they're buying the dips. Somebody's buying the dips, they're pushing the prices up, man. So are we going to go further down? Maybe just one more catastrophic down, and then keep it going up after that. It's very possible. Of course, it could be many scenarios that could play out. But am I going to be buying the dips? Yeah, I'll still buy the dips. But I mean, obviously, I don't have as much money now because the dip has went way too far, of how much I could afford. I got to have a lot more cash to buy things. But I still gonna buy some. So that's the thing. And equities are great, so I think Coinbase and Apple and Disney, some great value there. What I'm saying? You could, even if it just recovers to where it used to be, I could still make 60-70%, or like even probably 2 times, from 60% to other ways to 2-3 times. So I think it's great. So unless the economy is over, then there's nothing we could do. All right, man. See you guys later.